there?
Oh, it's just you.
Hero TJ here, Knight of Light and Champion of the Hero Knights.
Gaze in awe at the splendor of the unsurpassed supremacy of the Shadow Prince, the Shadow Legion Commander of Chaos, Dark TJ.
The Koopalings have been menacing the Hero Knights for the past 3 battles. It's been back and forth, but at long last, we finally redeemed those rowdy rugrats. Many thanks to our legendary hero, the Light. His brilliant glow reached such radiance, he was literally beside himself.
Everything was going exactly according to my dark designs until that sassy storm cloud Viridi had to roll in and rain on my black parade.
And at the same time, watering the seed of hope. Thanks to Viridi, now our hope is sprouting sky high.
Enough about that undergrown weed. This time, you're going down for the count.
Now that the Hero Knights have reclaimed the lead yet again, I think it's time we press the advance.
I think not.
Oh, it's dreaded Shadow Boss time again, isn't it?
You know the deal. Better brace for impact.
I'm okay.
No amiibo gonna save you this time. What a horrible night to have a curse.
You know I keep getting better at this. And when it's over, I'll add another sacred fruit to the spirit tree.
Don't count on it. You're gonna get batted all about the battlefield. Trust me, it's really gonna suck.
I'm facing Count Dracula!
Oops, did I spill the goblet? Oh well, the look of utter desperation on your face makes it all worthwhile.
I don't understand why the Lord of Darkness would subjugate himself before the Shadow Prince.
I suppose it's no great wonder you fail to comprehend the nature of manipulation. For all his immense dark powers, Dracula is not without weakness. Of course, there's the obvious: sunlight, wooden stakes, crosses, garlic, but nothing strikes fear in his cold undead heart, quite like the vampire killer whip.
And with Simon and Richter Belmont out of the way, Dracula can emerge from the shadows.
You said it. I agreed to help him with his little problem if he agreed to help me with mine.
I suppose it was only a matter of time before my father insinuated himself in your war of the video game worlds.
Oh, well, if it isn't the legendary Dompier himself!
Alucard, are you here to help me?
I'll do what I can. I've fought my father at the side of Belmonts for centuries. Richter and Trevor before him. But with Simon and Richter out of the picture, this time, you're the only one who can defeat Dracula.
Now don't start filling his head with that nonsense! Only sacred weapons imbued with holy power can damage Dracula, like the vampire killer whip, and I already eliminated that threat.
It's true the vampire killer whip is the only weapon my father fears. And it's also true it can only be wielded by a Belmont. But it is not the only enchanted weapon here.
It's not?
Your sword, Hero TJ, seems to be imbued with the blessing of the spirit tree. The fruits of the spirit are alive within your blade. That should more than suffice to lay my father to rest for another 100 years.
Is that seriously how long it's gonna take Konami to finally make another Castlevania game?
Always the jester.
All jokes aside, the road to Dracula is crawling with so many nightmare creatures, this smiley little sunbeam probably won't even make it.
The castle is a creature of chaos. Navigating the perilous tricks and traps is as harrowing as facing the Lord of Darkness himself.
Is there any hope?
There's only hope. Now do exactly as I say. You must enter the great hall through the courtyard and make your way to the underground passage. Climb the first ladder when you reach the cavern. At the top you'll find some viney overgrowth courtesy of the goddess of nature, leading directly to the tallest spire, bypassing the horrors that lurk within the castle walls.
Copy that. Will you fight with me, like you did with the Belmonts?
I'm afraid not. The moment you enter my father's chamber, his deadliest creatures will awaken. I'll hold them off as long as I can to give you a fighting chance.
I see. Thank you.
A monster who fights his own kind? You really are backwards, you know that?
You're one to talk. Have you glanced in a mirror lately?
I could ask you the same question. Oh, wait. Do you even have a reflection?
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, one more thing. Aim for the head.
Got it.
Farewell.
That's right. Hit the road, half-breed. Now if there'll be no more further interruptions, it's time for you to get some.
Let's do this! So this is Dracula's keep, huh? Not exactly rolling out the welcome mats.
Hero TJ is it? The Shadow Prince foretold of your coming, though I scarce believed. Your resolve is commendable, but your quest ends here.
Nothing's over till it's over.
I have feasted on countless champions across the ages, many numbering amongst my vampire host. Would you like to join them?
I'll never serve a monster.
I am no mere monster, boy. You stand before the Lord of Darkness.
You're not the first Dark Lord I've faced down.
Impetuous. You decline my gracious offer of immortality in hopes of a grander fate? Very well. I will grant you the offer of a hero's death.
I have no intentions of dying today.
Enough talk. Have at you.
Where'd he go?
Here I am. Follow the light. Your feeble strikes are vapor.
Will you stay still?
Your light burns, but it will fade.
Now where'd you go?
Behind you. Fool. Your puny weapon has no effect on me.
Don't be so sure. What was it Alucard said? Aim for the head.
Your blade bites with sacred fire. How can this be?
This sword draws strength from the fruits of the spirit. It's been sanctified by the spirit tree.
Consecrated, is it? No matter. A holy sword is of no consequence once its wielder lies broken.
Easier said than done.
Burned in the flames of desire.
Hard pass. My tornado will extinguish your flames.
Haughty. Your sword is not without effect, but the depths of my power defies your frail mind's grasp.
We'll see. How long's it been since you had a haircut? How about a little off the top?
You dare mock the sovereign of eternal night? Behold a mere glimpse of the infernal might I wield.
Impressive.
Undeterred, I see.
You can say that again.
I don't make a habit of repeating myself. Your holy blade is nothing to me.
Not bad.
Look around you. My reaper awaits your failure. Your spirit wanes.
That's unsettling.
Soon I will deliver him your soul.
My soul's off limits.
Back, mortal.
You can't hold me back.
Death will have you soon enough. May the pyres of Hades consume you.
No thanks.
What hope does a mortal have against a god?
I might be just a man, but you're no god.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. Your faith is frail. Your hope is a lie.
I'm only here for the spirit fruit. I'm not interested in fighting you. But if you stand in my way, I will defeat you.
Have you any idea how many times I've heard those very words?
Twice at least.
They'll perish in the blazing wrath of the abyss.
You're the one going down. Count on it. Pun intended.
Impudent knave.
Take this.
A fleeting strike.
How you like that?
You need more than a sanctified sword.
Seems to be getting the job done.
The Shadow Prince bade me not underestimate you.
He did?
I deemed his words folly.
What do you think now?
It seems your spirit harbors the strength most enticing. Have you no fear?
We weren't given a spirit of fear. But of power, love, and self-control.
Eons have passed since last I've savored a spirit so bold. The allure of your soul is a temptation that defies restraint.
We're gonna have to do something about that.
Fool, your restraint weakens you.
A man without discipline is like an unwalled fortress, easily breached and doomed to fall.
Indulgence is the sweet nectar that makes life worth living.
You fight to indulge your desires. I fight for justice.
You think it is by my own power I am resurrected every 100 years? It is the greed of humanity which calls me back. And thus, by might I rule. Might becomes the one and only justice in this world.
You steal men's souls.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
I live by the golden rule. Love guides my heart.
Still uttering that same nonsense. Forsake these limiting principles and know true freedom. Join the Shadow Legion in forging this world anew.
True freedom means being able to temper your desires with self-control.
Self-control, a chain you forged yourself.
Otherwise, you're nothing more than a slave to your own temptations.
Why deny yourself, boy? Indulge. Tell me, what does your heart crave? Knight of light? Power? I can grant dominion over thousands. Nay, hundreds of thousands.
I don't need that kind of power.
Wealth, then. Riches beyond your wildest dreams.
My soul isn't for sale. Virtue is its own reward.
What about glory?
No!
Do you not savor triumph? The roar of acclaim when they chant Hero TJ. I can make your name echo through the ages.
Fame fades. I'm not here for the glory.
False modesty ill-suits you, hero. I can smell the lust for adulation pulsing in your veins. Intoxicating.
Stop smelling me.
Perhaps just a taste.
Ew, no! Away from me, demon! This night of light is not on the menu!
What if my boundless power joined your peerless spirit? Our combined might would overwhelm the Shadow Prince and his Shadow Legion. That is what you want, is it not?
Not like that!
Open your eyes. Embrace the darkness. The world is within your grasp.
What profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul?
Matthew 16:26, I believe. Quaint.
Doesn't make it any less true!
No more words. You have excited my appetite. This irresistible hunger begs indulgence.
I'm afraid you'll have to wait a little longer! Enjoy your 100-year fast!
You lowly suffering.
Whoa! Right into it, huh? Can't we just take a little break? I don't know how much more fight I got in me!
Your spirit!
I can't give up. Let's do this! Take that! Be gone, demon! You're not welcome here! Is that all you got? I could do this all.
Hero TJ, get up. Get up.
Alucard? Is that you?
There isn't a moment to spare.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I can do this. And I'll fight to the bitter end.
No, listen to me. You must win. Take this wall meat. Hardly savory, but it will mend your strength. Now I must be off. The nightmare creatures regroup as we speak. I shall hold them at bay. Death is come to claim your spirit. Deny him the grim satisfaction. Finish this.
Thank you, Alucard. Not today, Death. Not today. Feeling a lot stronger than I was a second ago, thanks to your son!
Traitor!
Wall meat! Who knew? I'm fresh for the fight! Show me what you got!
Human face!
Not bad, not bad! Better tighten the screws! Can't fall apart now! So this is what unbridled hedonism gets you! What's become of you, Count? You used to be a man of purpose. Now look at you! You're nothing but a slave to your worst impulses! Your lust for indulgence consumed your soul! You're just a mindless, rampaging monster! And just like that fortress without any walls, you're going down! Your move, big fella! Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial. Having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life!
Silence!
You've been so obsessed with lavishly living out every lust! You never stop to wonder what you were sacrificing in the process! Like your soul! Your connection to humanity! Your son! And no offense, but that's to say nothing of the grotesque cosmetic downgrade. Cliche, isn't it? Horns and a pointy tail? Maybe it's a good thing you can't see yourself in the mirror. That didn't sting as bad as the first time. You're not getting tired, are you? Yeah, you're definitely fading. Like I said before, I could do this all day. It's almost daybreak. And I'll bet you're really cranky if you don't get your nap in. Not just yet. You got a long slumber ahead of you, Count. So my advice is, life's more than a pleasure cruise. Master self-control, and you just might manage to break that cursed cycle of self-destruction. I know it's a long shot, but I'm rooting for you.
The winner is the Hero Knights!
Yeah! Woohoo!
How many times are you gonna get away with cheating death? You entered the Konami code, didn't you? Your spirit should be in shackles right about now.
My spirit can't be shackled, DT. I was called to be free, not to use that freedom to do whatever, but to serve others humbly in love.
You've stopped the rise of the Dark Lord. The world is safe for now.
Not for long.
Alucard, if it wasn't for your special delivery, this game would have a totally different ending. Join me. Join the Hero Knights. Help me put a stop to the Shadow Legion's plans.
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. It would be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
Finally, something we can agree on. Now scram. I got to get back to planning the next stage of Operation Despair.
The world should be more than just a pit of despair and pain for people to endure.
Don't worry, Alucard. The Hero Knights will fight on.
Your fight is far from over. I fear the worst is yet to come.
Spoilers!
Farewell, Hero TJ. Remember, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I will. Thanks again. Dracula descended into the depths of excess. His wicked deeds ensnared him. It was a trap of his own making, masquerading as freedom. His lack of restraint cost him his humanity, and eventually, it cost him everything. But the monster lurking within all of us only gets stronger if we feed it. The fruit of self-control empowers us to overcome unhealthy temptations. And now, with the spirit of self-control back in hand, and thanks to the efforts of Alucard and the Hero Knights, the spirit tree is almost fully restored. You know, it seems the more energy I pour into the fruits of the spirit, the more I receive in return. My sword is nearly at full power. Alucard is proof we need not succumb to the darkness within us. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. During times of temptation, let the fruit of self-control light the path. Take fighters, for example. All fighters are disciplined in their training. There's a purpose behind every punch. I don't just want to shadow box. I want to discipline my mind and body like a fighter, training in the spirit of self-control, not just to win a prize that will fade away, but for an eternal reward. We did it again! It was a close one! We almost lost this fight in more ways than one, and I couldn't have powered through without the prayers, support, and encouragement of our Patreon heroes! From the bottom of my heart, thank you! And thanks to all of you at home for subscribing to the channel, liking these videos, and tuning in week after week! You might have noticed during the fight, Count Dracula can transform into a bat! We asked our golden and legendary patrons if they could perform an animal transformation, what animal would it be? Paw the dragon, being a dragon, said he'd like to be able to turn into a human every now and again. Midori Notori is legally obligated to choose a dolphin. CF Mayor Kingsley would dig soaring the skies as a sky dragon. Splash of Color would transform into a squid and hide in the paint cans around her home. The Nerd Incarnate would want to be a dog to be able to communicate with his adorable doggo. Apple Pie Nation would transform into a majestic koi fish. Vaulting Master would turn into a cat to create hilarious meme videos. Pagelin Wisely would transform into a cat, no doubt. They're so fluffy and adorable. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Eorbs as a pterodactyl prowling the skies. Invictus Fish would transform into a gorilla so he could beat 100 men. Atomic Diamonds was really slow to respond, maybe because he wants to be a sloth. Bolt would turn into a squirrel or even a hamster. Would it surprise you terribly to know our friend Matcha Scrub here would want to turn into a squid? Or a frog so he can do some pretty wild jumps and stick to walls. Now how about our legendary heroes? Fiona would want to be an axolotl so she could swim around all day and not have to worry about the world collapsing around her. In real life, Supersonic Racer would want to be a dog, but in the gaming universe, he'd be a Chow from the Sonic games. The Light would love to turn into a bear. Being big, strong, and menacing would be awesome. Plus, sleeping for half a year would be heaven. We don't really know what Manifold would want to turn into. Why don't you tell us what you think he'd be in the comments? Corey Nicholas from Just Fight Studios would be a T-Rex. The name means Tyrant King for a reason. And finally, Negative Energy would be a black cat or a weasel, but Electrico would be a lone wolf. Your turn! Let us know what animal you would want to be able to transform into in the comments. And while you're at it, what animal do you think best suits me and DT? I can't wait to get your ideas. And that's another edition of Mii V Mii for the record books. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, thanks for playing.